Safari Samuel's ex-girlfriend, the beautiful Zashia Santiago, one of my favorite models, has a terrible story to tell you guys today. And I'm going to play for you what the beautiful model said. But first, let me tell you what she wrote up on Instagram. Click the thumbs up button. Thumbs up this video right now. Click subscribe. Choose all notifications. Say hi in the comments if you don't know what to say. Here's what she said. She said, listen up. I really need y'all to be alert. And for y'all who like to take advantage, we are coming for you. Thank you. At Shadow Security Page, at Draken.training, at SmitherRobJJ, at DTD Vince, at Jeremy DTD, and at _ June Walton _ for preparing me for the worst. So she took some training classes or whatever, and they paid off. So shout out to those people who trained her, you know, because when this unfortunate situation happened, she was ready to go. She was ready to defend herself. She turned into Steven Seagal out there. She turned into Zashia Seagal. She broke an arm and flipped somebody over, and she karate chopped somebody in the throat, right in the neck, or for the ghetto people, in the throat. Just because some of y'all, you know, can't pronounce words. And this sister right here, she went off. No, but seriously, all stupidity aside, Zashia Santiago is one of the most beautiful women out here, and I think this is just another case of the hashtag war on pretty. And this pretty girl was just minding her business, and haters gonna hate. But anyways, they just wanted to take her home, allegedly. But I'm gonna go ahead and play for you what she said, and then I'm gonna come back at the end of the video.
All right, women, pay attention. You need to hear this crap. I'm sorry. I've been like painting and stuff, and I've literally gotten probably 4 hours of sleep in the last like 3 days. But I wanted to come on here and tell you something. As you see, I haven't really been on social media in the last week or so because like I went through something, and I was really debating on whether to share it or not, but I feel like I need to use my platform. You know, this is why I need to use this is one reason. This is one situation that I absolutely need to put out there, because whether it makes me feel, you know, shitty or vulnerable or whatever, more people need to hear this and like be aware, I guess. This is going to be a long video, so I might cut it up, so I'm sorry. A few days ago, I had, you know, went to OfferUp and like purchased an item on OfferUp, whatever, and I met up with the person. When I do things like this, I carry my my gun taser on me, put it in the back, and I always have a knife on me. Because, you know, you never know. I'm 5'2", dude. Like, I am a tiny person. And you never know, right? So you got to protect yourself. And you know me, I'm big on like self-defense classes and whatnot. So I did that, and everything went well. And then I went to a nearby gas station. Mind you, I'm in California, so I drove like 45 minutes from my house, and it's like all desert and stuff. So it was like a real rundown gas station or whatever. And so I pulled up, and I'm like trying to put this item in my trunk. I drive like a real big Suburban, and I'm like in the trunk of it, and I'm like climbed into the trunk of the Suburban. I'm pushing it towards like the front so I can like fit more stuff. So I'm like trying to get more stuff so I can fit more stuff in there. And next thing you know, like I'm getting yanked out of my car. I'm getting with my left arm. My left arm is now behind me because someone grabbed me by my arm, and so they yanked me out of the car onto the ground by my left arm. So I'm like, I swung around, right? So now I'm on the floor, and I'm looking at this man. No mask, no nothing, brave as hell. This 6 foot, maybe 3 white guy. And I'm gonna tell you his description. He's a white guy. He has a really long, beard, hella red, like redneck, like super red all over his, like he got a lot of sun that day or whatever. And he was a big ass dude. Like he hits the gym. Like he was a big muscly guy. And at the time he was wearing like, you know, worker boots or whatever, and like a tank top and some jeans and a John Deere hat and whatever. And I can tell you everything. He has a cross tattoo on his left shoulder. So I'm trying to explain it. Sorry. Okay, so he pulls me out of the car and I'm on the floor and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. I am screaming at the top of my lungs, and I swear to you people, I could not hear myself scream. Like I was not making noise. I could literally see myself in third person, and I was like, bro, you need to yell. And I'm like, bro, I'm yelling. Dude, I'm yelling. And it was like watching a freaking mute movie or something. Like you're not making any noise. And I just couldn't scream loud enough. So he was trying to get me up, and I was pushing all my weight down onto the floor and like trying to wrap my legs around his legs. This all happened within like 10-15 seconds, if that. So I don't know, like shit is just happening. This place is like freaking deserted. He's doing that. There's a guy coming from the left side of me. So I'm like facing him. He's dragging me. And there's a guy coming from the left side of him running. I'm like, there's two of them. So, sorry. Okay, so I had to make a decision, right? I had to make a decision whether to like, sorry, I have friends over, and their kids are here, but so I had to make a decision to let myself get picked up so that I can grab my weapon, right? I hope I can get this shit. Man, I hope I can get this weapon, right? So he picks me up off the ground, and I have my hand here, and I'm like, and I grab my gun taser, and I flip it on and I point it at him and I yell, you know, taser, like I've been training. So they taught me how to do things. And man, you just don't know if you're really gonna do this shit when opportunity presents itself. But I did, and I'm proud of myself. And honestly, so I pointed it at him, and he might have thought it was a gun at first because it does look like a gun. But I yelled taser and I pointed at him. He took off, and the guy running towards me slowed down, and I pointed it at him, and I was like, back up. I swear to God, I was pissed. He's like, no, I'm just saying to help or whatever, which honestly I think is bullshit. I think it's so much bullshit. This guy runs out into the freaking wilderness, right? What, you don't have a car here? There's only one other car here. You're gonna tell me that y'all weren't together? Bullshit. Okay, so basically I called the cops and everything, which cops were sketched too. It was such a terrible scenario. I'm like on my guard like the entire time, because I'm like, I don't know these people. Like, you're gonna tell me the clerk didn't see all this and come out, she comes out and she acts like she's not surprised, like all that, right? So I'm just like, I'm on guard. I leave, whatever, fine. Point is, I'm telling this story because I literally did not want to tell anyone. Okay, I called my brother June, I called Josh, I called, I told my immediate family, but I didn't want to tell anyone because I don't like being a victim, because I swear it sucks. It sucks being a victim. It sucks being this small. It sucks being this small of a person and not having any power, not having any control. And just, I don't like when people feel sorry for me. I don't like it. So I'm warning my friends now. I'm telling you this story. I love you guys, but I'm okay. All right. I don't need a lot of text messages to make me really think about this shit. I know you love me. I know you care about me. I know you want to check on me, but I'm okay. All right. And, we talk about it if we talk about it, but like, I don't really want all that, like, you know, craziness. I feel like it makes it worse for me, you know? So I wanted to come on here, make this freaking 10-minute video or whatever, because ladies, I took my classes. What, a few months ago? You guys saw me do it. I took my classes, and I need you guys to take this shit seriously, because this world is going to shit, bro. And God, you gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect the people around you. Like, I'm so glad it was me. I'm so glad it was me, because if it was one of my sisters, if it was Nat, if it was Sina, if it was my mom, like, bro, like, what? You don't know if you're gonna see them, right? Because they don't know. They've never, like, I'm confident that I can protect myself. And I just want to say thank you to, like, Jeremy and Vince and, like, Ernesto and Tyler and everybody, and, like, my brother June for, like, for teaching me everything, because you saved my life. And I swear I'm going to promote out of y'all, like, because these military dudes will teach you exactly what you need to know to get through shit. And I swear, like, I'm gonna get my CCW soon, and I can't wait, because I swear I need you guys to really know this shit is real. And I'm coming on here as a person that you know that it's happened to, so that it's not just like a thing that, oh, it happens in other places. No, it's happened to someone that you know and that you care about, and it could happen to you, and I need you to protect yourself. Yeah. And I'm sorry, I don't usually get emotional, but yeah, I love you guys, and that's it. that's it. I love you. Yeah.
Scary scenario. I'm so glad that she's safe. I'm so glad that she's okay. This is another case of a bad thing happening to a great person. Zashia is such a sweet girl, man. I can't wrap my head around it. Like, the simple fact that people, what makes you think it's okay to just snatch people up? That's it. I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to make light of it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, though. You guys know I'm a comedian. I say silly stuff. I have to be entertaining and whatnot. But at the end of the day, what the hell, man? And she didn't say whether or not these people went to jail or anything like that. So I'm going to contact her. I'm going to ask her, like, whatever happened with that? Because, you know, out of curiosity, I would love to know. And I want to make sure that I inform people and whatnot. So I'm definitely going to look into that. And yeah, too bad this wasn't a swirler. Now, y'all swirlers, I mean, y'all out here promoting Zaddy worship and everything, but I'll save it. I'll save that for another video. But anyways, click the thumbs up button, subscribe, choose all notifications, and make sure you pray for her. That's a very traumatic thing to go through. All jokes and stupidity aside, she probably needs a little therapy. You know, Kevin Samuels would probably recommend therapy. No, but seriously, all jokes aside, like, you know, I think that she should speak to somebody, because it's like, who expects to ever go through that in their lifetime? Nobody should ever have to have training or anything like that to prepare for these intense scenarios that should just never happen. You should never, you know, go to handle some business, and then the next thing you know, you're in a trunk or in the back of somebody's car or something. That has to be so surreal. I'm so glad that she had that device on her. And, you know, I would go as far as saying that she should probably be packing a pistol, you know, maybe a Glock 19, you know, very reliable pistol. Make sure you practice with it. Or maybe she's more of a Springfield girl, or Smith & Wesson. I don't know, but she should probably be packing some sort of a pistol on her, you know, at least a 38, but I would recommend a 9mm. I mean, she said this is a pretty big guy and everything, so you need at least a 9 for a big mofo like that. I could totally see Zashia busting off some shots. I could see her in the range, training, getting her G.I. Jane on. You know what I mean? Like, I could totally see it. I would definitely recommend the Glock 19 to Zashia. Let me know what y'all think about it below. Click the thumbs up button, subscribe, choose all notifications. Shout out to my girl. You know, I'm just so glad that she's able to even speak about it. You know, the bravery it takes to handle a situation like that. You're in danger. You get yourself out of it. And then the fact that she was brave enough, she had the courage to speak to us fans about it, to let us know, to inform us, to help us, and also to help us understand where she had been and why she was absent from social media. I'm going to make sure I post a link to her YouTube channel as well as her Instagram page. So make sure you visit her. Make sure you follow her. If you're on YouTube and you have a channel where you can subscribe to people, or if you're on Instagram and you have an Instagram handle, make sure you follow her. She's a great person to follow. She posts awesome stuff. Let me know what y'all think about it below. All right, y'all.